Hey guys, what is up? And today is going to be part 6 of the Batch game series. Now, what we're going to be doing is randomizing the order in which attacks are performed. As of right now, the way the system works is that the user goes first, then the monster. And what we're trying to do is create more interesting gameplay, and that will determine the outcome of the game a bit more. So the first thing I'm going to do is just scroll down and just set a remark for order of attacks. I'm just going to set a variable called order to equal 0. Now I'll explain what all this means a little bit later. Now I'm just going to scroll down all the way right here and set a marker called pre-attack. I'm just going to say set/a order equals random star 2/32768 plus 1, and if order EQ or equals 1, go to pre-user, and if order EQ 2, go to mon attack. Now I'm just going to do pre-user right now, and I will have to in a way cite the option variable again because it isn't as direct of a system and the order could change, so we're just gonna have to cite whatever the user pressed. So I'm just going to copy that and scroll down and paste it right there. And again, I'll explain what all this means a little bit later. Now I'm just going to scroll all the way down to monster attack. I will get rid of the go to battle marker and I will say if order EQ or equals 1, go to battle, and if order EQ or equals 2, go to pre-user. Now I'm just going to do somewhat of a similar thing for sword. I'm just going to say if order EQU or equals 1, go to space, and if order EQU or equals 2, go to battle. Now, I'm just going to do the same thing for the rest of our attacks. And obviously, I don't want you guys to sit here for about 2.5 minutes of me just copying and pasting. So, I'm just going to cut the video right now. What I'm going to do here is just scroll all the way back up. And I'm just going to get rid of these 2 lines of code. Now, the reason why is because now that the order is constantly changing, and even in the previous battle system, in which we had, let's say both the monster and the user are at 1 HP. Obviously both attacks happen, and most likely both of their HPs are going to dip below 0. So both of them should probably lose. And the winner should depend on which order of attack comes first. Now what happens here, even in our new system, unless we change it, is that the monster gets priority because this line of code right here, so if HP is lesser than 0, go to loss, comes before this line of code right here, which says if the monster HP is less than 0, gonna win. So I'm just gonna get rid of those 2 lines of code right now. Scroll down all the way down to our attacks. I'm just gonna say if mon HP is lesser than or equal to 0, go to win. And I'm just going to do the same thing for the rest of our attacks, so I'm just going to cut the video right here. Okay guys, now that I'm back and I did add this line of code right here to our attacks, now it's just time for the monster attack. So I'm just going to say if HP is less than or equal to 0, go to loss, and I will just have to scroll all the way back up right here and just change all these to pre-attack, and it will just be one very quick moment. Pre-attack, 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 and finally pre-attack. Now, in order to show you how this system works, I will set the mon HP and user HP to 1, because in the first couple rounds or so it really doesn't make that much of a difference. But let's say it's tied 1-1 at HP or something pretty close and it's both of them are relatively low. It really just shows how the outcome of the game can change. And I will just open this up right now and say new, what's my name? I'm just going to say Cloder's Cuts. I will go to battle, I will hit punch, and I lost. Let's just do this again. So, I lost again. Let's hit punch, and I won. Now, let me just X out of that. Now, finally, I'll explain to you how all this works and what it means. So, we obviously have our order variable. I'm pretty sure we get that by now. I'm just going to scroll all the way back down to pre-attack. So we're just setting whatever order it is right now. So right now, I believe it was set to 0 to equal something that's random from 1 to 2. Now, if it does equal 1, go to pre-user. So the order would be user, monster. Now, if pre-attack or the order is equal to 2, it'll go monster, user. Now, pre-user is just citing whatever the user pressed, so A for AK, C for C4, I'm pretty sure you get the picture. And finally, I'm just going to explain what or why we added this here. Now, let's say the order of attacks is monster, user. And if the monster goes first, and let's say it's 10, 10, and the monster only gets 1 damage, your user HP is going to be set to 9. But let's say the AK is chosen and you get the kill. It will automatically do that right here to set whether you won or lost, because of the way the hit system works. Now, let's even take another example. It's tied 1-1. And let's say the user goes first. So right after the damage is done, we automatically say, okay, the user won because he got the first hit. Now, vice versa for the monster, if he got the first attack, obviously the monster wins. Now, that will be the 6th Batch Game Series tutorial. Please make sure to rate, like, and subscribe.